Welcome to Lead with Soft Skills Podcast. I'm your host and coach, JP Warren. This podcast is all to give you some skill sets, some mindset help, and also to help you get out of your own way so you can achieve the results that you want in life, in sales, in business, in personal life, whatever that is. So today we're going to be talking about something that, background, I talked to a lot of different universities about soft skills. I think we are so good at corresponding in this world. Our communication abilities have dropped. Our communication skill sets have dropped. But the good part is it's a skill set, just like anything. It's a skill set that can be learned, practiced, and mastered. A lot of times when I'm talking to universities, is how do I navigate job interviews? What happens in a job interview? First off, I commend them for thinking like that. However, another thing is job interviews they come with so much stress. So my heart goes out to every university student out there, but not just that. This isn't just for university students today. This is for other people out there. Right now, there's a lot of mergers, acquisitions going on in several industries, especially the oil and gas space. And there's a lot of people out there looking for their next role. So not just in the energy industry, but also a lot of different industries. There's a lot of different competition out there that are very capable, very smart, just like yourselves. So how do you differentiate yourselves from the sea of competition that are walking in potentially the same job that you want? All right. So again, there's increased competition for roles right now. So let's talk about how you can navigate this. Again, whether you're a college student who hasn't done a job interview before ever, or whether you're a seasoned professional and you haven't needed to do a job interview in a couple years, this is a great crash course on what to do. Not just, we're going to go over what to do before the job interview, what to do actually when you're in the room with the getting interviewed, and what to do after. All right. So this is going to be a little quick high-level things on what to do, how to prep yourselves. So let's get started. So the first thing is you got the job interview. Congrats, hats off to you. That's awesome. All right. So first off, there's a lot of stuff that you need to do before you actually walk into that room. Number one, that is research the company and the position that you're going in for. The position, if you know anyone in similar positions at different companies, or maybe you might have a connection inside that company that can tell you more about the position and what they're looking for. This is a great way to actually not just understand the role that they're looking for, but also maybe it's to see if you even align with the company that you're going to interview for. Whether it's the culture that jives there, that goes with your culture, anything like that. So when you are researching the company, I'm sorry, brain fog. I got to brain fog. I got to the hospital, being in there 2 days. So lack of sleep, a little bit tired. So just bear with me if there's any pauses in this podcast right now. So number one, research the company. And when you are researching the company, think about if they've made the news, for example, if there's any announcement that they made or any press releases that they made. Don't just read those press releases and absorb it and thinking that's all you're going to talk about. Instead, pull back. Where else does this connect within the industry? How else will this impact the industry or that company? Whether it's people, whether it's their market position, or their image, or how it furthers the company in the industry that they're in. All right. So research the company that you're looking at. All right. Prepare, practice. Have a friend ask you a couple interview questions. We all have mock interview questions and strengths, weaknesses, and even the sidebar question, like if you were to survive a blizzard, how would you do that? There's a lot of things that interviewers ask people. And again, they're not looking for the actual answer, how you survive a blizzard. They're seeing if you can think on your feet. So again, prepare your interview. Do mock interviews. Practice how to answer questions concise, how to answer questions confident, and how to be engaged. All right. Again, this is more for university students, but how you dress, how you show up to an interview, I think that sets the stage. I think showing up dressed in a professional manner definitely helps. When it comes to dress, I think a good rule of thumb is to wear something clean, wear something solid, wear something that is fitted to you, that looks professional. All right. Obviously, when you show up to a job interview, that's not going to be something you might not be wearing every single day, but it still shows that Again, if it's a company that they don't require ties or they don't require this, show up dressed to impress, because that's going to set you apart. That shows that you took a little time, you took a little care, and you care about yourself on how you want to project yourself onto other people. So how we project ourselves is how people perceive us. So dress sharp, okay? Whether it's, dress sharp. That's all I got to say, all right? Another thing is there is a lot of competition out there. There is a lot, and these interviews bring up a lot of anxiety, a lot of stress, and sometimes people just want to get that job, right? You want the job so bad that you're willing to do I'll do whatever it takes for me to get in. My recommendation is to know your value, okay? Whether you're a college student or whether you're a seasoned professional, know your value. Don't walk in, once you know your value and start listing your achievements, start putting down your accolades, your achievements, what you've succeeded at, you're going to walk in there a lot more tall, feeling a lot more confident, and a lot more able to, answer these questions in a more confident manner. So know your value, all right? You are valuable, okay? All right, and this last one, this is before you walk in that door, or if you're in your car, okay? Do some breath work. These interviews, whether it's these situations, interviews, I help a lot of people when it comes to interviews, public speaking, presentations. They're high stress situations. So when that happens, our heart starts pounding. Our breath starts getting quicker, and we just start kind of moving faster and faster as we talk. So do some breath work, slow down. Try box breathing. Box breathing is inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, release for 4 seconds, be out of breath for 4 seconds, and start over, okay? That will slow you down. That'll help you gather your words to connect with your thoughts, okay? I'm guilty of this. I try to speak sometimes so fast, my brain catches up with me. That's why there's a lot of filler words. That's why there's a lot of pauses, or sometimes there's a lot of tangents. But hey, there's a skill set that I'm working on as well, all right? Breath work is so important. So now, we're at the interview. Congrats, you walked in the door, you shook hands. So the first thing is 55% of how we communicate is our body language. I've done other podcasts on how to command presence, how to have your shoulders back, how to use your body to convey confidence, to convey authority. Practice your body language. Sit up. I heard a horror story about someone going to an interview, and this dude, I think elbows on the table, just sitting there like this, bored, yawning. That does not convey professionalism. That doesn't convey that you want the job. That actually doesn't convey respect. So your body language is so crucial when you are in these interviews. So how are you positioning yourself? How are you projecting yourself? Practice that. Look at yourself in the mirror before you go in there, and take that into that room. Sit shoulders back, hands together or below the table. Never have your elbows on the table, okay? Pitch and tone. So when they're asking you a question, how are you actually answering that question? I see this a lot when it comes to students. I see this a lot when it comes to introverts. So if they do want something, or let's say they are very interested in a job, or they're interested in a position, and they're asked about it, their tone and pitch doesn't match up their words. So whether they are geeked out and excited about the job offer, or they're excited about the position, their tone is extremely monotone. It's very set. It's very stoic. That doesn't convey excitement. That doesn't convey enjoyment. Be human. Again, match your pitch and tone with the words. If something's interesting, be interested. Showcase that. Move your eyebrow. Move your face around. Smile. All right? I think conveying, when you are across the table in the interview, it is a high stress thing. The more you can showcase that you're human, the more you can showcase that you're likable, because people like working with people that they like. People like buying from people they like. There's something with how to influence friends and how to make friends and influence people. There's something about showcasing who you are as a human that will draw people to you. So again, that brings us to this third one, which is so crucial. It's your attitude. What attitude do you have walking in there? Showcasing a positive attitude will get you way more results. People remember you more, and honestly, that'll showcase how you approach problems, how you will fit in that team, how you will fit in that culture. Again, what attitude do you have? And again, let's say you were let go, or let's say there was an acquisition, or let's say if this is your 17th interview and you just haven't had any luck. Having a positive attitude about where you're at today is going to do more than talking about your experience about, oh, this is my 17th interview, I haven't had anything, it sucks, I don't like interviews. I get that. Well, there's a reason why you keep on doing these interviews. Have a better attitude, okay? Or have a great attitude. And again, we always talk about active listening. So if they're talking to you, showcase active listening. Be engaged, be present, phone on silent. Obviously, hopefully your phone's on silent by then. I mean, I don't even think I have to put that up there. But how are you actively listening to the interviewer? Are you responding in sight? Are you asking the right questions? So again, practice your active listening skills. And I think we've done a podcast about this. If not, we're definitely going to do one about this. All right? And when you are answering questions, this is a great trick to learn. Chances are they probably have your resume. Chances are they probably checked out your LinkedIn. Chances are they probably know your background and what you're about and what you're interested in. Don't go in there listing your resume line item by line item by line item. Okay, that gets pretty dull, and I could probably read that off a piece of paper. Instead, STAR method, okay? What is the STAR method? All right, the STAR method is pretty much how you answer a question. Number one, you describe the situation, okay? So this is the situation that we faced. And the T, STAR, T, what task were you given? What task were you assigned? What task that you wanted to take on to fix the situation? Or if the situation, obviously the situation had a problem, what tasks did you take on to assess the situation? What A is action. What action was taken? What action was done? All right? And R, what was the result? This is a great mini way to tell a story about a project you were involved in, or perhaps some achievement that you had in the past at your previous company, or at a group project if you're in a university. So STAR method, what was the situation? What tasks did you have? What's some of the actions that you took, and what were the results? And this could be one of those things, even if they ask you, what's your biggest weakness? Hey, this happened, like I don't, whatever, X, Y, Z, and this is what happened. You STAR method that, it tells a story. Storytellers connect better with their audience, and I ask you, learn how to storytell. You make much better connections and have better influence. All right, so boom, interview's done. You thank them for their time. You walk out the door. What do you do after the interview? The first thing is you write a thank you note, okay? I think whether it's a thank you email, I think is extremely important. Some people go far and write a thank you letter. I dig it all. I think acknowledging people took time out of their day to spend with you, to interview you, is extremely important. So again, thank you notes. Show gratitude that they took time that you were a candidate, okay? Because you might not be the right person for that role specifically. They might have a different role. You might have come in that room, he might have entered that room and then for a certain role. However, after the interview, they said this person might be great for this role. So again, showcasing that connection. Thank you, all right? That goes and follow up. If you haven't heard from them, follow up with them. Hey, it's been a week. I just want to check the status of XYZ. Stay fresh on their minds, stay connected. And even if you can input some sort of follow-up, whether it's a podcast, an article, or a book about some subject you were talking about in an interview, that showcases, builds a connection, and they will remember you more. And actually, I think that's more, again, apologies, it's more proactive, not reactive. Okay, I'm with you now. Okay. Another thing you can do after this, reflect. What went well? Did you stumble at all? Did you use the right words? Were you concise with your answers? Reflect on the interview. What went well? What didn't go well? And then just go from there, all right? And the last thing is move forward. You may never get a response back. You may never know why they hired you, or why they didn't hire you, and why they chose this person, not you. No, you might be more qualified, yada, yada. You may never know. Most important thing is move forward. You got done with the job interview. Congratulations. What else is out there? What other interviews are out there? Check your connections, check your network, see if there's any other opportunities out there for you. So again, I hope this helps. And again, apologies out there for everyone if I'm a little bit slow today. If you check out the last episode, I was in the hospital for about 2 days this week. Obviously, hospital sleep is extremely crappy. So again, I want to thank y'all out there for tuning in to Lead with Soft Skills podcast. And if you think anyone can benefit from this quick 15 minutes or less dive into how to handle an interview, what to do when you get there, share this with them. I want to thank everyone. Again, when you're out there in an interview, have that great attitude, communicate well. It's soft skills that are going to get the job, not your technical knowledge. So thank you out there.